In 2012, nestled in East London's decaying Docklands district, stood a student hostel called Greyston Hall. The building was cheap, crumbling, and mostly ignored by the outside world. But among those who lived there, one room had a dark reputation, room 306. It wasn't officially documented, but whispered warnings passed between students like contraband. "Don't stay in 306, they'd say. He comes at night." No one ever lasted more than a week in that room. Some left with wild stories, others refused to talk at all. But they all left, and they all said the same thing: he comes at night. After too many complaints, the hostel management finally installed a CCTV camera in the hallway outside 306. They hoped to shut down the rumors. Instead, they added fuel to them. At 3:13 a.m. every night, the footage showed something impossible. The door would creak open on its own. No one touched the knob, and a shadow, tall, lanky, and formless, would slip through. No footsteps, no face, no identity. The video quality was poor. The hostel claimed it was light distortion, but those who saw it knew better. Then, one September evening, a new tenant arrived, Oliver Hayes, 22-year-old psychology student from Brighton. He was logical, grounded, the kind of person who believed every ghost story had a human explanation. When he heard about room 306, he laughed. "I want to see what they're so afraid of," he told the receptionist with a smirk. 3 days passed, then 4, then 6. On the 7th night, Oliver vanished. No screams. The door remained locked from the inside. When the hostel staff broke in the next morning, they found the room undisturbed, except for one thing: a notebook on the bed. It belonged to Oliver. And the final entry read, "He said it's my turn now, yours is next." The investigation police were called. The room was sealed off, but without a body or signs of foul play. The case was closed. Voluntary disappearance. Only one person kept digging: Dr. Miriam Cole, folklore professor at Queen Mary University. She had studied urban legends across London for years, and Greyston Hall intrigued her. She discovered something horrifying. Greyston Hall used to be St. Augustine's Asylum, a 19th century institution known for psychic isolation experiments. Room 306 had been a quiet chamber, where uncooperative patients were locked without food or sound, left to break. One patient in particular, Daniel Mercer, had been sealed in for 30 days straight. On the 29th day, he vanished. Staff claimed suicide, but no body was found. Only a sentence was carved into the stone wall with fingernails: "I am the silence now." The return 10 years later, in 2022, the story resurfaced. Tenants on the 3rd floor began hearing things, tapping from behind walls, whispers at 3:13 a.m., and worst of all, their own voices calling them. When a student named Liam Turner live-streamed from room 306 as a dare, his camera glitched at 3:13 a.m., showing a split-second frame: Oliver Hayes' face, pale and wide-eyed, staring silently behind him. The stream cut. Liam disappeared. Only the video clip survived. Dr. Cole returned to the hostel with a small paranormal research team. She entered room 306 and conducted a full EVP, electronic voice phenomena, session. What they captured chilled everyone. A deep voice, distorted and calm, repeating over and over, "Join me in the quiet." No time, no sound, no body. Oliver stayed. They left that night and never returned. The truth: what really lives in room 306 isn't a ghost. It's a residual consciousness, a psychic imprint created by Daniel Mercer's madness, amplified by silence and time. It doesn't haunt, it absorbs. Every person who stays in that room begins to hear the quiet, a frequency below human hearing. It breaks down thought, identity, memory, until nothing is left but silence. And those who vanish, they are not dead. They are still in there. You just can't hear them scream. The ending Greyston Hall was quietly shut down in 2024 after another disappearance. Room 306 was bricked off and sealed permanently. But some say if you walk by the door at exactly 3:13 a.m., you'll hear a knock, then a whisper through the wall: "Your turn now." And if you answer, you won't be heard from again. Because the quiet doesn't kill, it keeps you forever. If you ever find yourself near East London, and the clock strikes 3:13 a.m., listen closely. ***, like, subscribe to UK Crime Base for more true crime stories.